Okay, this is the Reverend here, guys. We're here for another L2P road test. Today we are with Mark Stone and Danny Buss, and we are taking a look at the Alesis USB drum kit. We've had this out for a few months now. We actually decided to let a real drummer play it. And first, Mark, you played a lot of electronic kits before?
Lots of them, yeah.
Okay, and how would you say this, just playing-wise and feel-wise, how does it compare to what you've played before?
I think it feels nice overall. I like the cymbals. The cymbals are definitely a lot better than the plastic, in my opinion. I think it gives you the real feel of a cymbal and the bounce of a cymbal, which I think is really nice. And the drums feel really good as well. Okay.
Having said that, the last Alesis, I had the Alesis kit before this, the DM Pro, I think they call it, the one with the plastic cymbals. And the nice thing about it, it was very easy to use. It was really easy to set up. This one, not so much. And I don't mean that as a put down. What you've got here is an incredible amount of flexibility and capability. Danny, I know you worked with this, setting it up some, and you spent a bit of time trying to get it done. What you can do on this, unlike most, is your triggers for the drums, they all plug in here in the back. But I don't know if you can see, right now we're running MIDI out, just because it's the easiest thing for us to do today, into a DR770. A Boss DR770. Sorry about the cross-brand thing, guys. But if you look there, too, there's a USB output, and that's what really kind of sets this apart. When you open the box, you also get a disc in it, which contains a version of a program called BFD, the light version, which only has like one kit. And you can plug it into any computer. Now, having said any computer, it can't be like ancient or it's not going to run it. I have it running in my studio on a G3 Mac Mini, but it barely runs. I mean, it just barely runs. So if you look at the controls here on the front, you've got a tremendous amount of control. You can look at, you can change everything from the trigger MIDI channel to the trigger MIDI note number, and then you really get into setting up the actual trigger with gain, velocity, threshold, crosstalk, re-triggering, and the actual trigger type, which can be a problem when we were setting it up here earlier before. I know we had we had some problems with the bass drum, and I think we've got those mostly taken care of now. But I would say I've only used 2 electronic kits in my life. You guys have used a lot more than this, but especially given the price on this thing. The
price is definitely what sets it apart.
Yeah, and by the way, they have released a new unit since this one came out that has all of the sounds for the BFD light built into the head. So you can come out of the head right into audio and not have to worry about the computer side of it and get those sounds without the extra part. With anything that has a lot of capability and a lot of flexibility, you're gonna have some complexity. It's just the way it is. So the added complexity here lets you do a lot more. So I think overall, if I had to, for me, I got this to have in my studio so we could do silent rehearsals with the band, and it's worked. I mean, for me, I would give it an A- there, but I'm not a drummer. Danny, you set it up.
I would say at least a B.
At least a B, okay.
I'm with Danny on that one.
Okay.
At least a B.
Okay, well that's, considering the price point on that, that's pretty damn good. I think that's about it. Oh, it does come with its own pedal. And I haven't seen a drummer yet who didn't want to bring his own pedal in. It's not that there's anything wrong with that. Drummers just have their own thing about their own pedal. And the problem I had on the old version of the kit is I was never able to make the hi-hat work correctly. I mean, work at all.
Right.
It was always open because I could never get the trigger to work. And now this one seems to, except I think we just triggered a kick drum sound on it. But that's called operator error, not anything else. So there we go. That's the AlesisUSBPro. And Mark, why don't you play us out? Thanks.